And hello, everybody. Yeah, another one of these. Man, we love these things. Thanks for being out there listening and watching. Mac Eagle here. Excuse me. Mac, the Big Mac of Love. I am Mr. Randy.
And Randy, real quick, a moment of sincerity. A heartfelt and most sincere congratulations on an incredible 28-year radio career that ended this week. DFW is a little worse off. So congratulations on a great career. It is laudatory to say the least. Congratulations.
I think...
a little misty-eyed there? Didn't expect that, did you?
I didn't expect that, not from you anyway, but I do believe that... I do believe a lot of people are happy that I'm not on the air.
Yeah, your boss
anymore. A heck of a lot of people. But yeah, it was a good run, and it's
that was an incredible run.
It's nice that it's over, but it's nice that it happened.
And I think it's more fitting that your last show comes on the heels of maybe the most impressive loss in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Randy, you've seen them all.
I like that.
And all, you know what?
Wait a minute, it's a loss win.
It is a loss. You have the moral victory parade.
Yeah.
But Randy, in all the years that you've seen the Cowboys, have you ever seen a loss as? You've seen some bad losses. Back Danny White.
A more confusing loss based on the quarterback.
Yeah. Have you ever seen any more confounding than that one against the Broncos?
Due to my age. Yeah, I'm pretty old. I actually saw Don Meredith play quarterback. Well, every game Don ever played, frankly, for the Cowboys over about a 9-year career back in the 60s. Kids, there was a 60s. Now, Don Meredith Roger Staubach was not more talented. Aikman, not more talented. Don Meredith was immensely talented.
Don Meredith more talented than Roger or Troy? And well, I would say that Danny or Romo.
Oh, absolutely. Now Roger and they were a 180. Roger and Dandy Don were a 180 in style. Okay, but as far as I would say Meredith was more like Aikman. That drop back, big arm, but you don't come more talented than Don Meredith, but bad stuff happened. It's that bad hoodoo voodoo happened to Don Meredith all the time.
Is it the same thing with Tony?
This Tony is 50 years later, our Don Meredith. And you know what? It never changed for Dandy Don. He retired prematurely. He only played in the league like 9 years, had great numbers. They couldn't get past, the Green Bays. Earlier it was the Clevelands, then the Green Bays to get to the first Super Bowls. Here's the thing about Tony. You watch that guy in that game for 58 minutes, and you'll go, boy, Jerry, you should have given him more money. He deserved more money. But... is it ever going to change with Tony?
You've seen him, the Meredith thing's interesting only because you saw them both. Did you ever think had Meredith stayed, would it have changed?
You know what? I don't think it would have.
Okay, so now Romo's locked in for another 5 or 6 years after the, financial drowning that Jerry gave him in the offseason. I wrote a book about this guy. This has been the same theme song for him since he was in high school, college, and now the pros. He's the reason they're good. He's the reason they're right there, and he's the one making the killer mistake that ultimately kills the team. Do you think it'll change?
After all these years, no. But I don't want that to be the case. Tony's like Don. They're nice people. I mean, they're not bad people. You want them to have success, but so much time. Tony's got that hoodoo voodoo thing on him. I don't know if it will ever change. God, I hope it does. And we'd all love to be wrong, but how can you say it's going to change? No, Tony did not lose that game against Mr. Payton and the Broncos. Yes, Tony did lose that game. He threw the pick.
Yep.
I mean, Tony, you confused me. You're great, but then there's always that screw up. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go with Tony.
Well, I think if we're going to make the analogy with Don Meredith, I think what you're telling is that Tony Romo needs to retire tomorrow, move to New Mexico, and just hide.
Or be like Dandy, go on national TV, be a football commentator, and become the most popular. And I'm serious, the most popular football commentator probably in the history of the NFL. Do that, Tony. But right now, I guess you got to keep playing quarterback. We'll be back next week for more.